So in 2.3, we're going to use the distributive property. So remember we learned about that back in Unit 1. It's a property that says when we have a number out here on the outside, we can distribute that number to everything in the parentheses and multiply it. So this becomes 2 times p plus 2 times 1. And then we would simplify that, and 2 times p is 2p, and 2 times 1 is 2. And it's a plus sign because there's a plus sign in here. If this was a minus sign, these would both be minus signs. And then, in theory, if we had like terms in here, we would be combining them, but we don't. Okay? So, with that being said, I want you to try example 1. So I want you to pause and try example 1 and 2. So I want you to try example 1 and 2. All right, so just pausing after example 1, you distributed the 2 to both the 5x and the 3. Again, we said if it was a subtraction sign, we would just rewrite it with the subtraction sign. Okay. If you don't need to write this step, you don't have to. But I just wanted to show you how I got 10x and 6. Okay, so if you didn't do example 2, pause again and try example 2. All right, so for example 2, I got negative 14y plus 7. So we think, but where did that plus sign go? Because remember, if we ever have subtraction, you could do keep, change, which makes this a negative 1 times a negative 7. And if you think back on the tic-tac-toe board, a negative times a negative gives us a positive. Okay, so that's how I get a plus 7 down here. All right, so let's look at this next example, example number 3. Okay, so as you can see, they're getting harder as we go down. There's more things that you'll have to simplify. Okay, but with example 3, we have a subtraction sign. So I would probably do plus and make this a negative 4. Okay, so remember we can do keep, change, which makes this a negative 4 that you're distributing to both of those. Okay, when we distribute a negative 4, we get minus 4x minus 8, right? Because it's negative 4 times x plus 2 times negative 4, and that's how I got negative 8. And now I have like terms, don't we? So we have a 3x and a minus 4x, and then our 8's kind of by themselves, but that's okay. So what is 3x minus 4x? Negative x, and our 8 just comes along for the ride. So after we distribute, then we have to combine our like terms. Okay, so I want you to pause and do example 4 for me. So pause this and try example 4. All right, so hopefully you got 9y minus 10 is your answer. Okay, 9y minus 10. I'm going to do example 5, and I'm going to have you try example 6. Okay, so again, we are just going to distribute this 2 in. So we get 10x minus 6. And then we can't forget about the rest of this, plus 14 minus 2x. Figure out what our like terms are. Boop, boop. Rewrite them together. 10x minus 2x, negative 6 plus 14. Simplify those. 10x minus 2x is 8x. Negative 6 plus 14 is an 8. Yeah, so then we get 8x plus 18. I want you to try example 6 for me. So I want you to pause and try example 6. Okay? All right, so what's crucial here is that you watch some of your signs. Okay? So you're really distributing a negative 5 to both the y and the 2. So that's how I get negative 5y plus 10. Okay, if you got -10, the whole answer is going to be thrown off. Okay, so just be really careful and watch your signs. All right, so now we're going to move on to something even harder. In this case, we have double distributive property. Oh, so now we're going to have to distribute twice. So we're going to first start by distributing that 5 in and then distributing the 8 in. Okay, when we distribute the 5, we get 45x plus 10. When we distribute the 8 in, we get 24 plus 32x. Now we're going to figure out what our like terms are. Rewrite them together and combine them. Okay, so just rewriting everything together. So 45 plus 32x is 77x. 10 plus 24 is 34. So now that's our answer. All right, one more example, and I want you to try it on your own. So I want you to try this one on your own, and we'll go over it in class the next day. Okay, so if you have any questions on any of these that you did together, whether it's 2, 4, or 6 by yourself, and you didn't get my answer, and I didn't explain why you didn't get that answer, let me know when we're done going over example 8 in class, okay?